Hello, everyone. Welcome to Roads of Destination. I'm your host, Rodney. Next Friday, we'll be uploading our very first full episode, and I'm really excited about this, and I hope you are too. The world we live in is just chaotic and crazy. We are all overly busy. We're all mentally exhausted and tired. Our schedules are full. We have no time for anything. We are just on the run all the time. Exodus chapter 3 and verse 3, we see that Moses is passing by the burning bush. Something that Moses did is he said, I must turn aside and see this great sight. I must stop and take a look at this. So we're too busy to stop and listen for the voice of God. We're too busy to hear it. And there are times we just have to stop and we have to listen. And listen for the voice of God and get direction from God. Too many times we just keep pushing through and keep on going with our busy schedule of life and never take the time just to stop and be like, okay, God, what do you say? And keep forcing ourselves to keep going. And we end up in so much chaos. And we get to the point where we're like, well, God will never put more on me than I can bear. That is the scripture that a lot of people say. God will never put more on you than you can bear. Well, too many times we're bearing things God never intended for us to bear. We're bearing loads that He didn't intend for us to bear. Because we never stopped to listen to see what He had to say. We never got the direction from Him. And we expect God just to speak into our chaos. We just expect Him to speak right into our chaos. We never hear Him in the chaos because we're so focused on the chaos that we can't hear the voice of God. Elijah in 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 11 and 12, he was on the mountain awaiting for God. And there came a strong wind, and God's voice wasn't in the wind. There came an earthquake. God's voice wasn't in the earthquake. There was a fire. God's voice wasn't in the fire. But it was the still small voice that spoke. The still small voice. It was a whisper. See, when the world around us is chaotic, and the voice of God is the calm. The voice of God is going to be where we get the direction. You see it in Mark chapter 4 and verse 39. He said, peace, be still. He didn't yell, peace, be still. He spoke, peace, be still. If you ever want to calm in the middle of the storm, if we're ever going to have peace in the midst of chaos, it is going to come from the voice of God. And the voice of God is going to give direction. If Moses wouldn't have turned aside, he would not have gotten direction. You're not on your own. God is there. But we got to put ourselves in a spot where we can hear what He has to say. We've got to stop and listen to the voice of God. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am God. Let God guide you. Let God lighten your load, and let God stop the storm. God is waiting for you to respond to His voice. This is Roads and Destination. I hope this helps someone today.